So Psionic doing a pretty good job of making sure that Mantra is sealed in, sending out another Zealot just to get a good look at the Zealot count on the front door, backing it out. They're equal speed, so he doesn't have to worry about it getting kind of knocked out. Being a little bit too aggressive there, leaving one of his Zealots behind, having some trouble microing. But now he's going directly into the Stalker production. He does have that cybernetics core in place, and he's just going to rally Stalkers directly to the front. As you can see, he's already got that first Stalker up, and as long as he maintains a superior Stalker count, he can actually press this ramp pretty well, and should be able to press right through. And that cybernetics core also lets you build these sentries, which we'll see momentarily. And you can see also that Mantra is placed a pylon to disrupt a little bit of that micro on the front door. And Psionic, a little bit of bad positioning there, but what he's trying to do there is create an inverse wall and use the Stalker to get some additional damage. And right now, it's really not working out for him. He doesn't have enough Stalkers, and he's losing map position. So 2 Stalkers up front versus superior Zealots, and 1 Zealot trailing off and being retarded for whatever reason. So losing kind of piecemeal units here. Here's the first Sentry, and automatically they have Force Field to start. They also have an ability called Guardian Shield when they have 75 energy, which reduces damage. There's the force field right there, and that might, with a little bit, it doesn't look like he was able to get his Zealot there, but able to do a little bit of additional damage on that Zealot. But a single Sentry, I actually think the better use would have been that Guardian Shield. Psionic is now starting to get his Stalker army rolling. Unfortunately, in here you can see he's just going to try to micro it back, having a little bit of difficulty here. Part of the problem, though, is he just is already all the way with just the small map positions here. It's difficult to execute this strategy because he doesn't have a lot of room to maneuver. Honestly, I think if Mantra just decided to continue with the Zealot production, just continue to run towards Psionic's front, he might have had some success with this, depending on how Psionic decided to micro it. He might have been able to push him down towards the ramp, just because overwhelming amounts of Zealots, again, you need open space. Psionic, again, having a little bit of trouble controlling his units. But he does have a significant Stalker army, but now we have these sentries out in the field, and what you're going to see Mantra attempting to do here in a couple of these fights, and really I think three sentries are the golden number to try to execute this, but he's going to try to put shields behind the Stalkers like that, and try to pin them in and kind of create a nice hex. He's already got one pinned in. He's actually going to get a kill. Well, might get a kill there. As a result, looks like it was actually saved, and Mantra going to back out. But you can see where basically what sentries are doing is they're boosting the effectiveness of Zealots over the long term. And I think on small maps like this, or maps where you're going to see a lot of map artifacts, or you're going to see a lot of ramps, a lot of heavy ramps, this is going to be a very viable strategy. And I think, and this is probably going to sound, hopefully this doesn't sound retarded in the future when people are looking back at the Starcraft in the deep future and like, oh, what are you talking about? But I think when you're going to see a lot of ramps, not only will Sentry be effective defensive units, putting up shields to wall units out, I think they're going to be very effective to wall Stalkers and other units in to make sure that they can escape, so you can basically go more gateways to start, have just more troops out in the field, and just basically have a more effective army as a result. So right there we're seeing charge upgrade for the Zealots. PsyonicReaver does have his expansion a little bit sooner, but as you can see, he's already at his natural expansion. He's not going to have a lot of room to maneuver, and I think this is the perfect opportunity for the Mantra is look at all these map artifacts. Look how little space PsyonicReaver has to really maneuver here, and he's got to back up towards his natural expansion right there, getting blocked off, just has to retreat, just missed with the third, so does end up losing a Zealot though. But right now, I'm not sure why Mantra actually decided to back off this attack. I think he could have actually continued with this attack, because here's the natural secondary, and Psionic would have had to stay and try to defend this. And I think he could have actually, never mind, he doesn't have enough Zealots to really push into this. But nevertheless, I feel like he's got the troop positioning advantage. I think sentries are really going to be effective for him. Looks like Psionic finally getting his Twilight Council out. And I think, again, Psionic, to really have good use out of, to kind of counter this, he needed Blink a lot sooner. Unfortunately, he didn't have Blink, so now we've got the Mantras moving up. Looks like they don't have quite enough energy, but this is a large enough Zealot force where he's really going to be able to press into this. And this, so it looks like 2 shields, not quite able to get it. Mantra able to press in, and again, Psionic just doesn't have room to micro this. He's having a lot of difficulty. At the very least, Mantra is going to be able to take this cannon out. And at this stage, I don't know, Mantra is backing out. I don't know why he isn't just running in and taking out this Nexus and forcing Psionic to kind of engage him. He really doesn't have, Psionic doesn't have room to maneuver. He has to engage at some point here, and he can engage heads up. So the Zealots, once they're in proximity, can just do a lot of damage. And it looks like Mantra now turning around, and a beautiful, you can see the wall right there, and how all these Stalkers getting completely pinned in and absolutely destroyed, absolutely annihilated there by that army. And now, yeah, it looks like Charge is just upgraded, and Psionic does not have the Stalkers. I'm not sure that he had Stalker numbers at any point to really execute this, and definitely did not have the space or room. So using Sentries, the Zealots are even more effective. And he's able to press up into this natural secondary. And as a result, it looks like Psionic is going to end up losing the game. So very nice strategy from Mantra. Very nice execution. And this is actually another one of those things. If he had a shield and he planted it right there, you could see how that those Stalkers wouldn't have been able to retreat. Might not have been the wisest thing because it would have created some more difficulties as far as getting the attack units in. I'm not sure what that wall was about right there. But it looks like these Stalkers are going to get cleaned up. Psionic is going to have to GG. And unfortunate because I love PsyonicReaver. Love you, Psionic. Again, shout out to him, justin.tv/IC Cup. And there's a little bit of chatter after this, which I guess I'll throw on stage. Otherwise, yeah, that was actually 3 gateways versus 4. Psionic was constant pumping, but Zealots just produced that much faster. Again, I think it would have been all the different had Psionic had a little bit more room, and additionally, blank, things like that. So. And they're kind of discussing 3 gates, and Psionic's trying to figure out what happened there. He actually expanded quite a bit later. I think Psionic actually might have expanded a little bit early. And he's like, the heck? Not like Dragoon Micro, he actually says at the end here. Actually lost the recording the first time through doing this. Not like Dragoon Micro, TTTT. Special shout out to all the EG guys while I'm at it as well. And yes, while I'm thinking about it, I did not have the first commentary of StarCraft 2 out on YouTube, but sorry. I'm not sure how I was going to know that. I have like a billion comments are like, oh, Husky was out, or Blitzcraft, or Blitz something had it out. He's doing stuff for StarCraft Legacy. Nice guys at StarCraft Legacy. I think HD StarCraft has some really nice videos out as well. But anyway, lots of StarCraft 2 coverage for you. Hope to continue it. If there's anything in particular you want to see, let me know. I'll try to get it for you. Thank you for listening.